picture.
I know.
Yeah.
That's 2 nights ago.
Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast that brings this shit up at Thanksgiving. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. I am your resident old person and complainer of things. Also, I feel like I'm like you grew up in California, but I feel like I'm now more adventurous than you are, Atlas. I don't know. Am I an old adventurous person? Is that
I think so. I think you're gonna be the guy who's like on the hiking trail with the 2 walking sticks and the big floppy hat.
So
You're gonna be that guy, I think.
So hilariously, I've been just like I've been doing a lot of walking and stuff, and the other day we went to so the picture in the thumbnail, this picture right here. Oh, hold on, that one. Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved tacos. It was me. The end. That was at Taco Fest, and Taco Fest was magnificent. So yeah.
That picture of me was back in November of last year.
Jesus.
Well, and you can tell because I had shaved my beard for Halloween, and that was it in the middle of growing back. But I was on a show on Ventura here in the Valley, and they just had a fucking giraffe on stage behind you.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Yeah.
Hey. This is where that person touched me. And then we have Kyle. Hello, Kyle. And we have Joey. Hello, long time no talk. Hello, Joey. How are you, sir? Listen, I feel like it's important that people don't take pictures enough, I think.
I agree.
And I feel like there was no, like, seriously. And like people take too many pictures or not enough pictures. Like there's no middle ground. And I find
because it's either I'm doing this for the gram or
yeah. No, but like I kind of agree with that. And but like the not enough, because like you are not enough. You probably take, like, you don't take enough photos. Like I don't think with Hexwood you have nearly enough photos.
No.
You have like none. But you're kind of like, you know, you had a situation, you were great in that situation, but it like had its limitations.
Well, the real frustrating part was people kept on taking pictures of me, and I was like, cool, can you like make sure you tag in there, and like not like staff wise, I'm like, hey, I'd love to get a picture, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll do it, and then just never did. I was like, yeah. Hashtag Joey Edibles, the selfie king. Joey Edibles, he photoshops his own face into random pictures on the internet, like on the beach. Like you could totally see that his selfies are all AI backed.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
That's pretty funny.
That's 100% true.
I think it's a little bit of a gender thing. Like for guys, we don't take pictures as much. I don't think
of it mostly. And stupid, and mostly it's stupid too. Like the whole food thing. Like I do it now because I eat like weird, ridiculous shit sometimes, but like it's not every time, and it sure is not like daily. And like, who the fuck cares?
No, the food thing doesn't really do it for me. But for example, like something that I thought to put on Instagram, there is a little bag from Bath and Body Works outside of my apartment, just on the sidewalk. A little Bath and Body Works bag, and there's 2 biographies about Ronald Reagan in there. And I don't know who it belongs to. I don't know how it got there. It's been there for 6 days now. So not really sure what that means. If you like pick it up, does a MAGA guy come out of nowhere and like clonk you over the back of the head or something?
I mean,
that's something I would put on Instagram, because I'm like, what
is one of those things that's always wild, right? But
yeah.
No, like like just photo. I do, but like I hate these people that are like filming an entire concert, or like I was once filming a fight, and I'm just like UFC. So there's plenty of cameras, And then I'm just like, why the fuck am I filming this shit? I'm never gonna watch this. Let me just watch the damn fight. And then Vitor almost broke John Jones' arm, but we know that didn't end that way. So
see, this is
like people with these concerts. Like, I'm like, you're missing the actual live event. You can watch it like it's a DVD at home. Like, it's fucking like you're like, there's all that one meme where it's a little old lady watching like the Queen and 50 cameras. Like, but she's the only one really watching anything.
Yeah, well,
exactly. Yeah.
And then like, I don't know if you've ever tried to go back and watch like a video of someone who's taped a concert. It's like fucking blown out audio because they're right next to the speakers.
Yeah. It's horrible.
What are you doing that for?
Yeah. It's just for the gram, and it's just like, but like, it's so much. Just do it for 10 seconds and just fucking turn it off.
Yeah,
like,
or take a picture. I think a picture works well for that. We're like, here, there's Black Sabbath back there. I was here, yay, and then that's it.
No, well, people sometimes the audio is okay, like enough for a story or whatever, but still, it's just like there's just too many. It's funny when you have like more than one friend or followers on your thing, and like their stories are all the same, but they're different parts of the concert.
Like, bro, I like when we went to Elton John, like I recorded a few songs and stuff like that, but I'm like, that was just that like we were singing along. It was an experience. Like I wanted to remember this specific moment, but I wasn't recording the whole thing. That's weird.
Yeah.
I recorded a lot when I went to see Pao Fu, but like I didn't have a lot of like he was the only one I wanted to see. There was a bunch of openers, they were okay, and it was all just like the experience anyways. Like it wasn't like I was really like, I love his one song, I like him, and it was cool to see him. And but like I didn't have like lifelong ambitions to see him or anything like that. It just happened.
Joey, you're killing me here. What's this? I'm like that with most concerts now. Like, why film it? Yeah. Be there. All right.
Yeah, like you're paying to be there.
Yeah. Not worth the 58 cents you will get from social. Oh yeah, no, it's not. I didn't even load. Hey, I did that for our memory. So I was like, this moment was wild, right?
Yeah, it wasn't for profit.
Yeah, no. And also, like, I could look Elton John right in the face, and I'm like, he's in love with me immediately. I have the opposite problem at my shows. I want people to record. People are like, "Who the fuck are you, and why are you talking on a megaphone at this forever?" That seems like the most appropriate, Joey. Hands down.
So, yeah, I guess I don't know why I'm in charge of the show. Atlas, what do you have next? I don't know what I'm talking.
Well, because the topic of the episode is will we ever let the past die? And I bring this up because yesterday, first I went to locals for the trading card game I play, and then to undo all of the nerd energy, we went to Runyon Canyon in LA to go hiking.
Okay.
Yeah. So while we were there, we like went up it, and it's like me and my friends, and we're all sweaty and gross. We get to the top, we're coming back down, and then we run into somebody I went to high school with, who I had asked out in high school and completely just face planted.
Nice.
And
that's fun.
I didn't recognize her for a second.
In a good way or in a bad way?
In a good way, because she got hotter. Yeah.
She got hotter. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, they rarely go that way, although it's happened.
So we had like 30 seconds of interaction, and then she left, and then they're like, "Who was that?" And then I had to tell them all about that. And I just did not like the feeling that was inside me when, like, I'm married, I'm happily married, and I'm like, fuck, that put me back in that mindset of being in high school and awkward and gross.
Oh, for sure.
So
Smack ass really in high school on the trip.
But you didn't tell them the whole story. You could have just said it's a person I knew in high school.
Yeah.
And then,
what difference does it make? But yeah.
Or it was like, I think she was mildly creeped out by me, which fine. That's understandable.
Like this time or before?
Before. So her
Hey man,
I didn't recognize her until she was like, I'm not gonna say her name, my name, and I was like, oh, like it took me a second. But I'm wondering, and here's the worst part. She goes, "You look pretty much the same, except a little different." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that means she still won't go out with you. But
yes, exactly. But now I don't care, so it's all fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's not even that. Listen, it's not even that, but it's that you were. I think she was reminded by a familiar face, and it made her feel good.
Well, I
That's a
think
nice
it's the
thing, right?
voice too, because we were like
Sure.
we were talking to each other, and then she came up from behind us and turned around to
Oh, maybe it's your
face us
ass.
all.
No, maybe it is your ass. Huh?
Do have a nice butt.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like fuck, dude. Like I'll remember at 2 a.m. a random time 25 years ago where I stuck my foot in my mouth by saying something stupid. Hell, today I said they should just bomb the Gaza to a friend who I just found out was Palestinian.
Oh no, you poor bastard.
He was fine. We're good.
Okay.
We're working together tomorrow. He's from Israel. He's living there now. He says it's a shit show and whatnot. But yeah. So he's putting in the Israel booth at the CNE. I'm just like, wow, I have a lot of concerns about this. And
jeez.
Yeah. So well, they have one for every country. It's just his is a hotbed of political tension. They almost took the booth away. And it's just like, you already paid for it. It's stupid. But I don't think that's what this story is about, or this show is about. So we can move on. But yeah, I did that. It was weird. He was okay. And then, but like, no, like I've said stuff like probably not as stupid, but like in front of somebody that is, just happens to be pregnant or something shit,
Yeah. Well, it's also weird because like running into this person, I think if it was a couple of years out of high school, it would have been worse. But now we're in our 30s, and I'm seeing people from
30s.
school like, "Hey, I'm having a kid" or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you do?" Or first she asked me what I did. I'm like, "I'm a teacher and I do stand up." And she goes, "Cool. I'm kind of a screenwriter." And I was like, "Oh, kind of a screenwriter." That either means she's like fucking way up there and is trying to like make it less bright,
or she realizes her actual part and she's trying to sell a screenplay.
Yeah, so it's either at the top or the bottom, and I don't know what it is.
It's probably the bottom.
You know what? I think it's important, and this is the thing is, I really feel like you both kind of are like, oh, I want to find out all the details of this stuff, and that is how you shouldn't treat that interaction. You just let people say what they want to say, and you're just like, oh, that's cool, nice.
Oh no, it's not that.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to. What details? Anyways,
oh my god!
I literally what are you? Oh my godding!
I just googled her and it got so much worse.
Why would you Google her?
Oh, so she's actually successful. Oh, you're in California though, so
yeah. And this was one of my classmates from like the hippie school with the celebrities kids. So it's Rene Russo's daughter.
Rene Russo. Oh, yes. I love Rene Russo.
Everyone loves Rene Russo. What the fuck are you talking about? I love Rene Russo.
Okay,
it's Rene Russo.
I didn't know the populace fucking, like Lethal Weapon and shit. I honestly, bro. People are just so good. And yeah, that's so Atlas. You live in a different planet.
Yeah.
The
she wrote "Fly Me to the Moon," that new movie. That fuck. That just made me feel worse.
Okay. So she is kind of a screenwriter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I find it hilarious that like people now might not understand the severity of Kyle going, Rene Russo is awesome. He knows who this actor is, famously, and can immediately wrap off a movie that she's in. You know how many times on these shows that we've been like, hey, Kyle, have you ever seen this? And Kyle's like, I've never seen that in my entire life. And you're like, hey, Kyle, did you ever watch, some ridiculous popular show that aired throughout the entire planet? And he's like, never even heard of it.
Yeah, that was like the last 10 years and shit. Like, no, like I've watched
I find hilarious
stuff, and now I watch a lot less of it because I'm in some of it. And
which I find hilarious.
No, I have a friend she's union, so I don't think I introduced you to her, because she was there. No, she's in like fucking everything, and she watches less than nothing. Like she's a triathlete. She's like a seniors triathlete even, and yeah, so she's in all this stuff because she's union, and then watches like none of it. She always has like some specific thing too. But like letting go of the past, like those are like specific traumatic events that your brain just won't let go of. But like there are things. Yesterday I released some of the past. Like I had one of those Facebook friends. Okay, so like we hung out when I was a teenager. He was like 30.
When you were a teenager?
Well, yeah, but he was like he's his my sister's friends. Like most of my friends were like my older brother and sister friends. So now I'm more Gen X than I am like millennial because I grew up hanging out with all Gen Xers. So he was a friend then, and we went to like concerts and all that shit from the scene in Brampton, or whatever. But and like I have no problem with him. But then on YouTube, Facebook, he'll always comment on some shit when I like we have different political opinions, right?
Okay.
Like I believe whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that because it's not what it's about. But he would always come in just to be like a judgmental douche. I'm just like, I don't need like you to just cast judgment on my shit. And I'm just like, I said, like we were friends in the past. I don't really see much of a future like what, an empty chair at a wedding or a funeral or whatnot. I'm like, what is?
Yeah.
I'm just like, we can just like be the past. And I said, I wish you the best. And then he unfriended me, and I'm like, thank you. Like, good. Like, you don't need to be here. I don't need some like some fake like moral compass coming down on me because I said something that I believe and he doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit what you have to say. I was not here for your opinion. But it's always like, how when you ask questions, it's a controlling the conversation. So he plays that bullshit. And there's nothing I hate more than these people that think they're smarter than me, that try to like manipulate shit. I'm like, I can see your shit. You're a little bitch. If you were in front of me, I'd punch you in the face. Fuck off. Like I really said, I'm like, you can keep asking questions so you have some fake semblance of control, but I'm not going to fall for your shit. And then I fucking, and then I sent my message and don't have to talk to him again. And it's just like, the funny thing is, the last time, this is on topic too, the last time I saw him, I went to see my friends. So they were all in bands. I was a little younger, right? So like a few of them are like 50s, older, like a couple of them are in their 50s, but like mid to late 40s. And I went to Brampton because they put in a cover band and they were playing again. And for the first time in like years, because they were all in real bands. And then it was weird. I went in there and it was just like Faces of the Past. And it was just like, and it was a very much like reliving the glory days type shit. And I got a real bad feeling because I'm just like, I'm just getting started, bitches. Like I don't need like, we're celebrating our once opportunity. And I'm just like, no, man, I don't need that energy. I'm the future. You guys can live in the past for all I care. And then I stayed for like one set and I fucking left. And I'm like, I don't think I'll ever go back. Plus I ran into somebody I didn't want to talk to. And then he sat with the other guy. And now there are two people I don't want to talk to. So it's whatever. Sometimes the past should just stay the past.
Oh yeah. Is that wrong? You're going, oh, you guys hang out with somebody I don't like, I'm not gonna go. I don't want to hang out with you guys.
I've done that before.
Now, do I have to say it or can I just live my life?
What do you mean, like explain why you're not going, or just be like, no, I'm okay, or what?
I think you would do that on a case-by-case basis. If it was me hanging out with somebody, you'd probably tell me. But if it was like just a couple friends, you'd be like something else.
I think your relationship with the person inviting you depends on what your response is.
Yeah.
Because like there are only a few things that don't irk me, but I just feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to experience that. And some of those are people are like, oh, I'm gonna cook with this culture in mind, and I'm like, cool, I'll go to Burger King. That's fine with me, right? But then it's like 3 years in a row, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna live without that from now on. No problem.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't really. Sorry?
I feel like I should say something, but at the same time, like, why the fuck do I care? Why do I want to cause that kind of opinion of people who I don't care about what opinion they have of me? So I'm like,
if you don't care about any of the parties in matter, or even going to the event, and don't even. Then there's no point.
Off I go into the distance, right? Like,
but if I was like, why do you know? And you're like, oh, Ryan's a dick. I'm just like, well, I agree.
Oh yeah, no. If somebody said, hey, I noticed you haven't been showing up, I'd be like, oh, this is why.
Yeah. But like, then that gives the person opportunity to go, yeah, I know he's a dick, but X, Y, and Z is happening. A, B, and C people, other people are going to be there. Maybe like you can just stay away from him or whatever. Like there's
I will go to a place if I want to go there, regardless of the people that are going to be there that like may not like me. Otherwise, I won't go anywhere. So no, like I won't not go just because of person. But if I don't like really give it, if I'm more like I don't care, indifferent, or have like other options, or just don't care to deal with that day, you know what I mean? Like there's like I went to that reunion show knowing full well I might run into that dickhead, and he came over and like he put out his hand and I shook it before I realized exactly who it was, and then I went to my phone immediately and ignored him, and it took about 10 seconds before he like just walked away and realized the deal. And then funny, he talked to a friend of mine who I talked to. He's like, "Oh, I heard you really gave it to him," and I'm like, "No, I didn't say a damn word." So he got the gist.
That's good.
Like it blew up in his head so much more. But like, am I wrong? Like, do you guys agree with you? Not even that interaction, but the one with my friend on the. Like, he was a long time, lived in a different city. We've kind of grown apart. I never had ill feelings. I still don't really have ill feelings. I just found he was very annoying. And I didn't see like our future being something, just like, and always like, oh, we'll run into each other once in a while, talk for that day. So if I say goodbye to you now, like, I don't really see the future, like, as you know what I mean? Am I just like that cold? Like, because I am.
No. Well, okay. So is it cold? Yes.
Okay.
Do you have to be that cold? No. Does it have to occupy your brain power? No.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you've kind of just sped up the clock and go, hey, you know what? Why don't we just put a pin in this? Like, we don't really give a shit.
Yeah, so, like remember when we weren't gonna talk to each other ever again? Well, like, why don't we just go back to that? Like, it's like because that's what like moving away and growing up is. And but it wasn't like the first offense either. Like he's done this a few times, and now I just got sick of it, and I was like, rolling yesterday. So,
hey man, I have friends that I just haven't talked to, and you're like, oh, if I see them, I would love to see them. It'd be great. Yeah. Life goes on. What are you gonna do?
But see, that's what it would have been. But then he was trying to like just push his bullshit agenda, wokeism crap,
which is like weird.
I'm like, dude, you're the part of the problem. You're a big part of the problem. All right. This is my opinion. It's just like, oh, you're fighting for the one person that nobody's listening to. I'm fighting for the 99 people that they aren't fucking listening to, that are now their entire lives have changed because you're trying to force this person upon the world and say that they're equal, and they're not. So
listen, and this is the thing, is like, it's forget about any of that. It's more so that like, if you're just gonna come to the internet just to be a pain in the ass for everyone and think you're, I don't know, entertaining, whatever it may be.
No, it's more of a superiority complex at this fucking point.
Clearly, but still. Like, hey, maybe that's not the best use of the internet.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, you're practically a troll. Like, you're just like there and annoying me and like trying to like, as if like you're gonna change my mind. Like, it's just like, you're fuck off.
Well, that's the best part about that kind of stuff, is that like you can't converse with some people. Like, I remember seeing what was it? I wish somebody a happy birthday, and it was one of those where it's like, oh, you can't post on their page, so you can just message them. And I was like, okay, I'll message them.
All right.
And I just messaged them, and it was like, happy birthday, thanks, happy birthday,
thanks,
happy birthday,
yeah.
happy birthday. And I'm like,
what once a year.
oh wait, so you're not
No,
even
but
saying
they
happy
don't
birthday to
even
me? How about this? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I now get joy from not wishing people happy birthday, and I'm like, I only wish a happy birthday to people that I know.
Yeah. There's
The
a
rest of, like,
there's
you
a
all
thing I
go
did for a
eat shit.
while where like when it's like it's this person's birthday, I'm like, I can't remember who the fuck this is.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Delete.
you're a comedian. You're a comedian, dude. Like
Yeah,
I have.
that's true.
Have you ever produced?
No.
Okay. Like outside of this. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, like I became a comedian, like I was a comedian and I became a producer. And I gotta tell you, Facebook, you really gotta lighten up your friends filter for when, because you're just gonna get people looking for shows and they can't really message you properly without being friends. So I would just like, as long as I knew they weren't bots, like because sex bots are so fucking there.
You always go to the profile, scroll down, and it's like if it's in the last month.
Usually let them be my friend. So there's like a lot of birthdays I miss. Also, Facebook has really dropped the ball on the birthday shit, as far as I'm concerned.
Also true.
Only shit. And then, but you'll also have like Dino with the guy, the happy birthday, happy. It's just like, I feel like that guy probably was just a dick. But there's other people, like my cousin was just like they're just not on Facebook. Like, ever. So like he'll go on and he was like thanking everybody for the birthday, and I accidentally sent him a birthday message, and then I deleted it because I realized this was like 6 months ago, and this is the first time he's been on since.
Where Facebook showed you his post saying thanks.
Yeah, because he was saying thank you on shit. So I'm like, oh, was it his birthday? I'm like, no, his birthday was 6 months ago. He was just finally saying thank you to people. Yeah, and it's just like, but just because he doesn't use the damn thing.
Yeah, and it's annoying. To like
miss birthdays,
like having to change the timeline to chronological is such a pain in the ass to get to settings, like 3 menus deep to do it, and then it like undoes itself after a couple days anyway. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep doing that.
It's weird. Facebook was so good. Remember when it was
used to be? Yeah, I remember like
Google used to be good. Are you kidding me?
No,
do you remember when Google could like read your mind? You would type 3 letters and you'd be like, that is exactly what I was thinking, Google. Thank you, Google. You've been a pleasure to deal with, Google. Okay. Now it's like, God damn it, Google. Why are you showing me a wiener pic? It's ridiculous.
I like when I like hello.
Hello. Hi, Sunny.
From Facebook, but the pass, it's weird. The pass is coming back full force right now.
Well, okay, so let's be honest, as though like for me, I've lost 250 pounds, so I have had the regular experience of walking up to people and I go, hey man, how's it going? And they're like, I know you, and I'm like, yeah, it's Dino. And they're like, oh my god, and I'm like, thank you, I guess. They're like, no. It's oh my god, good. Oh my god, good. I'm like, oh, thanks. Cool. Thank you. That's very nice.
They're like, please put your dick away.
I mean, only 60% of the time, sir.
Every day.
So, but yeah, like that feels awesome that people are just like, I didn't recognize you. Like I heard your voice and I was like, sounds familiar, but they're like, but you're too small. I was like, that's hilarious. But also, I love it.
I don't get. Maybe it's just because I was like a dick then too. But like probably. I don't run it. Well, I don't live there anymore. I don't live in Brampton. Like I moved cities, right? So I don't run into people from yesteryear, right? Like you'll run into them online, but that's at most.
Yeah, like okay, so I'm from LA. I still live in LA, but it's big. It's a bunch of small towns crammed together. So
and people move a lot too.
Yeah, people move a lot. Like a lot of people I knew from growing up and stuff are in other states now. So I think this is the exception, not the rule. But it's still something where I'm like, God damn, dude, I just made it worse for myself in real time. Why did I Google that? Well, I'm such an idiot.
What did you Google?
Well, no, I Googled that name.
Renee Russo's daughter.
Yeah.
I gotta Google this. Hold on.
Well, that's how she looked better after 30 years or whatever, 20 years.
What?
No, but yeah, like I don't run into people except online. Although my like high school sweetheart, fucking from 20 years ago, recently added me on Facebook.
Interesting.
It was interesting. It's still interesting. We haven't actually spoken or anything, but
hold on. You had the balls to ask this girl out? Oh,
in high school. This is in high school.
Doesn't fucking matter, bro. Come on. What the fuck?
Dude, send me this in the private chat or something. Oh, is there a private chat?
There is a private chat. Yeah. Oh my god, you're so mean.
No, I'm not. I'm not being mean. I am not being mean. Okay.
I know. Just
send me this.
Look, it's no, because you know what? You'd have Kyle going, I could get her. No, you can't. This is no.
And it's creepy.
I could, but
yeah. She's a model. She's a model when the world thinks, oh, when you say I'm a model, what the world thinks, no, you're not, because I know what a model looks like, and you think supermodel, right?
Yeah.
That girl, like, there's a good chance she's had a very good modeling career.
Yeah.
You know? For no other reason than I'm Renee Rousseau's daughter. And you're like, yes, you are. Please come this way.
Yeah, there's a
on top of the fact that she's gorgeous. So
yeah, that school was like nepotism academy. So that pretty much like I had Sam Raimi's son. I had Henry Kissinger's grandson. I had who was the other one? All in my class with me.
Was there anything weird about it? Like, okay, so like, did it ever become a thing? Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know.
You know what's great about this girl is that she's like such a smoke show, and then like also much richer than you'll ever be.
Oh yeah, totally. And like I developed epilepsy after I left that school, so like fucked up scar.
You should probably sue her. It's probably because of her. It's 100% her fault. She traumatized you.
No,
clearly you. Hey, listen. Listen,
I think
you
we
gotta
should go
talk
through the entire thing for a therapeutic. So how did this start?
No, don't do that. No.
How did this start? Well, first off, I was born with a Y chromosome, and it only got worse from there. No,
I mean,
apparently you have choices now.
Well,
yeah,
this is the wild part. Is like yeah. Listen, I've made those kind of mistakes, Atlas. So I'm sorry that I tried to burn you so badly, but like, hey, I've made those same kind of mistakes.
Honestly, it's making me feel better. Like the roasting back and forth is making me feel better.
Yeah, sweet.
Because
but like, dude, I would have had a chance though. But anyways,
in your defense, possible. Neither did I. So it's fine.
No, I said I would have had a chance.
Oh, would have had a chance.
Yeah.
See what kind of fucking dreamland I got to deal with over here.
Yeah, but you've seen some of the people I've dated, so
I haven't seen some of the people he's dated.
No,
I have.
I'm imagining the people in Planet of the Apes with the makeup, like Kim Hunter.
I don't even know who. I've seen those movies, and fuck if I remember that.
No, the original one from the '60s with Charlton Heston with the terrible makeup. Yeah,
I've seen them. I don't remember.
So ridiculous.
Atlas, can you?
But the thing is, though, that like he did. I think one of the girls that he went on a date with was one that he did meet in like full makeup, like where they're wearing like an entire face mask, right?
No.
So.
You were.
I was wearing the mask, but I talked to her well before ever putting the mask.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like the mask, it was just a mask. Like I could.
No, I know, but she didn't wear a mask. Did she wear a mask at all?
No, she was like a human cocktail waitress or something. I gotta not say too much because I'm just like, oh, well, that narrows it down specific now. But
Google Secret Service agents break into hair salon to use bathroom. I mean, I'm not going to do that. Atlas, can you clear up the rumors of you not doing your own stunts?
What stunts?
I don't know.
Let's be honest. Joey might be high. Let's be honest.
Joey might be higher than
high. Yeah.
So, okay. I have a question for you guys. I had two questions for you guys. Okay?
I have a question. Why the fuck are you eating?
Because I was really hungry and I only have a small window to eat because we have dinner plans. We're going to a hotel for the next few days because it's my birthday and we're having a good time. Okay, so shut up. I'm going to tell you two things, you bastard. Okay, number one is if I warn you once. So a friend betrayed me on Facebook and
Okay.
they tagged me in something.
All right.
I went, hey, don't tag me. Don't ever tag me on anything. He goes, cool, no problem.
Okay.
Then I'm sitting with him somewhere in a meeting and he tags me on Facebook and himself that we're going to the strip club. And my wife, okay, who at the time was my girlfriend, goes, hey, I thought you were going to a meeting. Yeah, still in the meeting. He goes, Mike posted that you're going to the Rippers. I went, what the fuck's wrong with you? So I unfriended him and blocked him on Facebook. And he was like, no, we're not friends. I'm like, stop being a little bitch. Right? It's just Facebook because you took liberties after I told you not to do that at all. And you went so far as to lie and say I was somewhere else.
Okay.
So blocked. Still friends in person. We call, we text. It's fine.
Interesting.
That's funny.
Now,
But on social media, no. Okay.
No. Now, hold on. 2 years pass. And I go, I'll unblock him. So I unblock him. And refriend him. Fine.
Okay.
Then, sure enough, a very important night in his life was happening. And I was supposed to be his right-hand man.
Boom.
And he posts and tags me about it. And I lose my absolute fucking shit. And I said, hey man, we're not just not Facebook friends now. We're not friends anymore. That's it. I don't fuck with people like that. You got one more chance out of kindness to your own wife. And his wife goes, oh, is it worth giving up a friendship? I'm like, you should ask your husband that because that's what he did. I didn't do nothing.
Buddy.
So, hey, I'm still friends with his wife on Facebook.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Please don't see shit.
But I don't hang out with them anymore or anything like that. And I'm like, no, that's I'm sorry. I won't be treated like that.
I think in his head, this is what I think what he was going through it. He was like, oh, he unblocked me, refriended me, so therefore that punishment is
a significant amount of time had passed. He had posted regularly. We had done things this entire time. So he just made a point of tagging me in this. And I was like, yeah, we're not friends anymore. I'm like, that's it.
It's funny because you had like a reverse thing. When my buddy recently posted a thing and it said, if I have you blocked on Facebook or like social media and stuff, and it's like, and we see each other in real person, you can consider that the same. Like you were blocked in life. And it's just like, so yeah, like, and it was funny. And I commented on that thing and he's like, yeah, we're talking about the same person. I was like, that's the dude who came over, shook my hand, and then made up a whole story of how I gave it to him. And it's just like, this guy was trying to start comedy, which is funny because he's kind of a reason I got into comedy, just because he mentioned he wanted to, and then it made my brain. And then, but like I all started this years after.
Wait, did you get into comedy out of spite?
No, I just didn't really consider it a job at the like I didn't think it was a possibility. You know what I mean? Like you grew up in a machine factory. Like when you have parents who did certain things and you're European, you're just like comedy and performing and like you might end up doing it, but you don't think of telecommunications as a career.
Hey, the only reason you had to play an instrument was because your parents were like, you have to learn a language and play an instrument because you'll be a better person. Aside from that, I don't give a fuck what you want to do. You're going to get a real job because you're going to have a real fucking income and you can get the fuck out of my house.
I asked my dad, I'm like, okay, so if I ever get a movie, like a star in a movie and I get $25 million and stuff, are you going to be like, when you're gonna get a real job? Like, because I'm like, when does it is it just my paycheck right now that makes it not a real job? Because like, like that's just,
what's the line between not real job?
I guess I think it's at about $50K a year is my life.
But, if you're making enough that you can buy a new car, and it's what it comes down to is this, is if your parents stop hearing you complain and be like, oh, I gotta fix my car again. Because what happens is, if you're financially sound, you go, oh, I gotta fix the car. Okay, go take it, fix the car. Okay, how much? Okay, fine. Fix the car. What are you gonna do? But you don't complain about it, right? And then they start to stop hearing you complain about that kind of shit because, right? And then they see you in, oh, now you have a new car. And then, oh, you have fancy clothes. Like little things like that, they start to pick up on. And then they start to go, hey, so what happened with that stuff you were doing? Are you still doing that? You still, is that, did you work? Are you get a union job or something? What happened?
It's funny.
It is a union job.
My mom, my mom gets mad if that like it happens. Like when my sister bought her house with her husband, she's like, "Why didn't you tell me you were buying a house?" And she's like, "Because I don't need your permission." Like we were able.
Your input would only cause trouble.
Yeah,
that's 100% accurate.
Yeah, are you gonna move?
Or like I had to get new tires for my car, so I did that. And then she's like, what else is up? I'm like, I don't know. I had to spend $400 on new tires. And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, that happens sometimes. And she's like, yeah, but what? Like her brain short-circuited a little bit.
That's even dumber though. Like what, you're going to consult your mom about the tires?
Yeah.
Like at least a major purchase. Tires.
Exactly.
See, that's the thing is you're just like, there's not like, life shouldn't be that interesting, right? Like
you're right.
Tires is not something I would give a fuck about.
No, but that's the thing is like, so you and I,
Kyle and I only brought it up because I ran out of shit to talk about. I was like,
I know, but that's the thing is you're going and the reaction that people have to that kind of stuff. But you're just like my closest friends. Like when you're like, oh, what do they do for work? I'm like, oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, because
like the only reason I know what he does is because I've like fucking had to be on the job with him. I'm like,
yeah.
So what do you do? He's like, oh, I work and I do acting and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. He's like, just come out. All right, fill this form. Okay. Showed up and then I was like, cool. So we could just hang out and they'll get pay us. Basically, cool. Let's do that. And then he just disappeared on me, and I'm like, "Oh, great! Now I'm here by myself."
It's not my fault that I get called in I told you, it's just like even Hexwood. It's just like whenever you're on the job, I tell people, I'm like, I can get you the job, but don't assume you're working with me, because like, well, I was a runner on Hexwood, so I drop you guys. They're all like on site. I'm fucking everywhere, and then I visit them like once a day, maybe, and then and I miss them other days, and then. Yeah, acting. It's just like, well, they had a holding for specific people, and I actually auditioned for this background role and was a specific person, and they had me in a different room. So it's I had a special holding. It was a much it had extra chairs and everything, and you guys are fucking rammed into a tuna can. Like it's insane.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it was fun. An upgrade. It was nice to go visit you guys, and then have somewhere nice to go back to when it got too people-y.
And I got too people-y. Yeah. I was just walking around constantly, and people were like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be walking around." I'm like, "I don't care. What are you gonna do?"
Who said that?
One of the fucking. It wasn't even a PA. It was just some guy. I'm like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I'll walk back." He's like, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't." I'm like, what does that even mean?
That was a weird set too. But like, I've run into people who are like, we ran into them there too. But like, they're background police. But like, they're just background who are just trying to police people because you took 2 snacks or something. Like, fuck off.
Oh yeah, that gross fat lady.
Our room had a different person's.
Oh, you had another one?
Well, somebody that was like policing people, but yeah.
Yeah, hey, you're not supposed to take more than one, and you know what? You shouldn't be putting them in your bag. You're like, what do you mean? You have to eat it right now. If you don't eat it right now, it's not fair. Like,
we had a person come and complain. it's funny because I hang out with like it's funny. I'll call them. They're like the cool people. Anyways, they're just like all union. So they're just like everywhere all the time. They're friends and they're usually like on sets together and stuff. So there's like a dynamic. But they'll go like they'll bring in food from home for everybody for themselves, like their table, and then they'll go to a snack table. And they won't all go to the snack table. One will go and bring back 5 bags of chips. And then somebody was like, "Oh, everybody has to go," and blah blah blah. She's like, it's for the table. And then she came to the table and she was like, just threw them at one to everyone, even though there was like no real, it was just like, here, look, there's enough for everybody. Fuck off. Like, it's just like, guess what? Some people are going to be above the law once in a while. Some people are going to take things. And the reason they get away with it too is because of confidence. And people don't really, the rest of the people just think that you're the problem. Like the people that come and whine and shit, they're the problem, dude. Like nobody gives a fuck. Move on.
Well, this is the thing is too. You should never run out of food. I'm sorry. It's like the fact is that like it's like because even like they would do like Actra went first and then after that non-union went for the one time, or they had 2 separate lines. Was Actra was one way and non-union was the other. Mm-hmm. And then in this last one was you got fancier food than me, right?
No, our food was the same. It was,
but you had there was a second area. You guys got
my area was much less populous. So yeah, I got food very quickly. But I've seen some people stand in line for the hour and then like get their food as break was ending and shit. Like on the sister show to that show because it was so like because they have 500-600 people. And then they try to limit those when they're that big,
it's chaotic.
Things are less like the food is shittier and there's shittier things. But
I remember when there was pizza at the end. And I was like, I open a thing. I'm like, hey, it was like 40% done. I'm like, it's 40% done. I'm going to take this for the table. Yeah. And they were like, no problem. Take it. I'm like, boom, easy.
Nice. They don't want you to just take it all. Like, because people complain and some people the problem is people will take forever and then they complain. It's just like, no, get off your ass. And I won't rush. Yeah. But like, and it's done when they're like, oh, Actra, come up. If you're Actra in line, and then dude, I'll go up, but I'll just stand at the end. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, I'm not union, but unions got their shot. And then I know union people that won't even take that privilege, and I'm like, that's fine too. Like, I'm just gonna be the first non. Like,
no, that's fine. But that was like one person came up and was like, hey, did you grab an entire pizza? I said, no. Somebody already taken half, and I took the half for my friends at the table. I did not take an entire pizza. And they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, all right, no. I'm like, hey, I'm fat, not an idiot. I'm not,
You gotta play by the some rules, but then they try to stretch them, and then people just make up shit. So it's just like your background people. Oh, you better only take one. And I'm like, dude, I don't know one person that's like background, like that doesn't have a drawer in their house of just like complete snacks that are all specifically from set. And then they'll be like, oh, I haven't worked in a while, so it gets really light. So.
Oh, it just disappeared.
Oh, well, Dino's gone. Okay. So what else do you want from the past, sir?
What do I want from the past? I don't know.
Want to rid yourself of?
Rid myself up. Oh, he's back. What happened?
I do not know.
Oh, very random. No, I just like
I'm like mouse, and it just
this is this kind of stuff is the more toxic part of my personality.
I want to hear.
Okay, so I have this innate need to be right about stuff. And when I say that, I don't just mean arguments. I mean like the things I do in life, the path I choose in life has to be like the right decision.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, both of those things are very toxic things that you should not. You should work on immediately.
I know. I'm in therapy for that reason. But
you have never come across that way to me.
It's caused me to also, I think, miss out on stuff because I'm afraid, like, what if that was the wrong thing to do? Right?
100%.
So it's this like multi-headed snake that's very hard to. That's just sitting in my belly.
There's so much. Okay, here's the lifeline. you're gonna regret not doing things more than the things you've done, especially you, because you're not gonna go like do something that accidentally kills somebody. So like,
yeah,
like,
I think I've regretted not doing stuff more. Like
yeah,
this summer where I got to go do shows in Oregon and try new things. Go listen to the episode of Washington fucking suplexing the British officer for more details about that.
Yeah, like there's things, and I got judged for it. Like I went to I'm on the Universal Music mailing list, so I went on this like, and then I was on it, and it was just like, oh, you've been I went in to see some artist, like some special show for this artist. I've never heard of her. All right, she's a pop star, like a 24-year-old pop star from fucking England. I have no idea who she is. So I went in, and I was like, and it was just like all these women, and I was like, this is weird. And there was like a few dudes, and like only one dude looked forced. And then I'm like a little idiot. I was trying to take my. He's like, oh, I don't need your ID. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll put that in the review, bitch, because he doesn't know who the fuck I am. And I'm just like, yeah, great. I'm older than everybody here. I don't even know who this bitch is, but I'm gonna watch it. And it was pretty cool. She was cool. I met her, talked to her, and it was funny. She was just on like a world tour for like 7 months. And I'm like, you got some time off after this? Yeah, 2 days. It was her last thing. And like, she gets 2 days off after 7 months. And but like, she was cool. But it's just like that ageist bullshit. Oh, you're too old. And I go to a emo night thing, and I'm like, I grew up with the bands that created. So it's like, I guess I'm a little older. Like, it got mainstream after me. So now I'm like older than the shit I grew up with. And it is weird going there a bit, but also not like, I'm just like, you gotta look. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I like this music. I'm not gonna go to some bar I don't want to go to. And if people are younger than me, they're younger than me. Well, fuck, too bad, right? Like,
I feel like you should be getting more eccentric.
I think so. I mean, this just came in the mail a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to come for Halloween? Ooh, do you have time to do it off during Halloween?
Not off during Halloween, but Halloween is my sister and her husband's Halloween party, which is like fucking bomb. So
but we have like,
I do want to come like spring break. And that would be
but like all of October, anytime in October, Dino was asking.
Oh, because of fucking your guys' haunted house. The
guaranteed to give you a seizure.
Yeah. Well, the one downside is like October is the worst time to be a teacher because it's like midterms for the fall semester. There's no day off. It's all 5-day weeks the entire month. There's no Labor Day. There's no Thanksgiving.
No, but I love that. Oh, the teachers who works 6 hours a day don't have to work 5 days.
It's more than that, believe me. But now
you'll never convince us otherwise. I do apologize, but also too, you've had the summer off. Go fuck yourself. Don't care.
Okay.
I've had so many teachers I've had so many teachers as clients and stuff with their like little
serial killer, bro. Don't hold up any numbers. Do not cover everything up. That is, you look like a murderer, 100%.
He's muted. I don't know why he's muted.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let you into my country.
100%.
We have the most powerful. See, that would be the second most powerful passport in the world, I think.
They make you they make you not smile to take the picture, right?
Yeah,
and but also my hair was really long and I needed it cut at the time, and because of how the photography was, my scar is really prominent in that picture. So like,
you're like a Bond villain.
Yeah, this is the like we found the guy crossing the border into Hungary 2 days ago, and it's just that fucking picture.
100%. Yeah.
I don't even know. Show me your scar. I want to see this. Wow, it's not prominent in life.
No, it is. There, you can see it more on that side.
Okay.
It's like 2 inches long.
All right. Well,
it's not a very long scar, but it also depends on like how hot it is.
It's scar, right? It's gonna show like over time it will minimize, right? But like it will always have some sort of discoloration.
Yeah, if my blood pressure is high, it gets really prominent.
Oh yeah, you should have seen my leg the other day. Fuck,
bro. You're like, I have varicose veins. Kyle has like varicose buckets. It's so gnarly. I'm like,
I don't show, it's like
doesn't matter. Wear your shame. No, I'm just no. I don't know. I feel like listen. You should be comfortable cutting people off. I think that's important. But at the same time, like the type of person that acts that way is like a different kind of piece of shit. You know, it's weird. I don't know.
It's funny. I've like I barely talk to most of my family I've cut off. So it's like I'm like, dude, you're just a guy I probably won't talk to again. Like already. So like you're causing me trouble. Like fuck off. Like,
I've had family and they're like, oh, you need to let go of the past. And I'm like,
I did. You
no, I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to let go of anything.
Yeah.
And I never will. I'm sorry. And the thing is now, and the thing is,
like,
well, no, this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to say next time they bring it up, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm going to fuck your wife. And then you have to forgive me and be my best friend. How's that feel? How's that sound? And then watch them go,
dude, I'm your brother-in-law.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
that's obvious, idiot.
That kind of, if that's how the world works, that's how the Ronald Reagan books got left outside my apartment.
There you go.
That's the boomer magic that caused.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, just don't say that to your brother-in-law.
Yeah. Wait, my brother-in-law or his brother-in-law?
His brother-in-law.
Mine.
Yeah.
There's no, like I don't. It's just like you get these things like school teaches you such horrible things, and it's just like, you know what, I'm an adult, maybe I don't have to answer your fucking questions, maybe I don't even have to be right, like I don't care, like you're asking me these questions as if you deserve an answer. Like the thing is, it's funny, like breakups, like I would do sales meetings when I was a fitness coach. And a lot of times you think it's, oh, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, whatever. But a lot of times people will just like, they don't sign up and you don't know what went wrong and whatever. But you have to accept the fact that a lot of times in this world, you're not going to know what went wrong in that and move on with your life. And it's just like, answers are great, but seeking them, not always even beneficial. And a lot of the time, some shit doesn't even have to do with you. So the amount people actually think about you and the amount we think they think about us is like considerably different.
Yeah, there's that. And then also, I think another thing that's making me feel better is that nepotism is responsible for the like vast majority of the things that get made in Hollywood. So,
well, Hollywood, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, hey, it's, in all honesty, listen, and that is totally reasonable, and you know, that's just life. That's fine.
I hate
that doesn't mean we can't be successful.
No, you're right.
I think that's the thing is being successful on any degree is a matter of our character and our work ethic. It has nothing to do with anything. If we receive some sort of accolades or fame or something, I would assume one of you has gone to the dark side or has sacrificed somebody. I'm fine with it. I just want to be in the know. I want to know what I'm signing off on. That's all.
And that's not important to say that she didn't deserve it or is a bad writer, but she got into the room where it happens because of the name.
It's all about rooms, dude. It's
hey, that's 100% accurate, and that's not
my cousin. You've seen my cousin. She's on Raya. Raya's the dating app that you need fucking people to get you on. Like it's like a celebrity dating app.
Oh, like Clubhouse. I remember Clubhouse.
No, well, it's called Raya. It's funny. It's only on iPhones too. It's like, but you need like you need a voucher. So I might get in soon, but
yeah, no. Clubhouse is just like a social media app with so like same thing. You need like someone to they could come in.
I officially feel old. I have no idea what either of those things are.
Okay, well, sir,
I'm going to go back to my cave drawings of animals. And
you have never and will never need a dating app.
No, I will not.
Well, no. I don't like. I even joke about that.
Atlas, you were young enough that you could have used one. Dino's been married the whole time they've existed.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, no, I did use. That's how Katie and I met. Was Hinge.
Well, there you go.
Went to shit.
You missed the point. The point is, he's never used it. He doesn't know how trash they are.
They are.
We'll never have to use them.
They're garbage. I think the funniest part about like Bumble in particular is it's like women have to be the one to start the conversation, and then I'll talk to women friends of mine, and they're like, "This guy isn't messaging me." I'm like, "Because you have to send the first message," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." I'm like, okay, "Yeah, I'm delaying Bumble."
Yeah. No, but they've changed that now. You know that they've changed it because the women weren't doing it.
Yeah,
and now the men won't either. So it's good. We're just like, it doesn't even matter.
No one talked to and nobody touched anyone else's wieners. Period.
Yeah, especially the women's.
No touching lady wieners. Period. Women can only touch their own wieners. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's how you solve the problem, everybody. I feel just to sum things up, I think that the past is it's hard to leave, but I think it's important to analyze at some point with a clear perspective.
Yeah.
Because every experience is a learning experience, right? It's taking the time to analyze it and pull it through, but do it and then move on. And that's one of the things like where there are days where things don't go right, and then there are days when things just flat out consistently go wrong. And the fact is we just have to live those days and then realize that we don't have to live that day ever again. We can move on,
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. It's like learn the lesson and then move on.
Yeah.
It's the part that a lot of us are forgetting to do, but I think it's
you got to let people move on too. Like other people, it's just like people get so like people grow. Like I used to have a best friend in high school or whatever, but like I would never his maturity level kind of stayed there, and I grew up, and like I went to college for briefly and all this shit, and it's just like
I'm wrapping up, dick face. Okay, no, fuck you. My show.
He wants the last word. Give it.
I'm starting a new one. No, you're not. Okay, you can follow him and Kyle Petrila. Oh yeah, thanks for doing my move. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Follow us at Generation Dan in all the places. We have another show on this channel called Last Minute History. Our next show is on August 21st. That's a live stream podcast about the New York campaign during the Revolutionary War. Listen to Washington getting his ass kicked for an hour.
Hard.
That will be happening. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
What? No, we're not you. Where do people find you?
If they can't find me already, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Listen, tomorrow we're going to be taste testing all sorts of weird things. Kyle is doing what I call boy dinner tomorrow on
Life of
Giants.
Life of Giants. That's the show we do. Yeah. And then on Tuesday we have my birthday, which is also, I may be cooking, but we are on Hammered and Cheese doing lasagna because apparently it is also one of Cole's siblings' birthdays as well. Oh. So I have to find out which sibling it is because we may have to fight to the death.
Yeah, he's got like 12 of them anyway. It's fine.
I'll take them all on happily. It's not a problem.
He would.
I've met a few of them. I'm like, I'm not worried. I'll take on the entire line.
I hope it's the one living in government accommodations.
Yeah, I'm like, listen.
He's like the scene in Shrek where he's fighting all the knights, like one after the other, just like knocking them over.
It's 100%. Hey, and I'll play the music. Yeah. Anyway, that's been us.
Find me at Atlas Novak and all the places. My other show at Nexus at Night. Okay, I'm done. All right.
Or if you message me, I'll send you his address. Bye.
Bye.